Hey there, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving into a small piece of history that might be sitting in your pocket or coin jar right now, the 1980 Canada Elizabeth II DG Regina 5-cent coin. Could it be worth more than you think? Some people are claiming these coins are worth millions. Yes, you heard that right, millions. Stick around, and by the end of this video, you'll know the true story behind this iconic coin and whether you should be checking your loose change for a hidden fortune. First, let's break down what we're talking about here. This is the 1980 Canadian 5-cent coin, or as many Canadians call it, the nickel. On one side, you have a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, surrounded by the inscription Elizabeth II DG Regina ***, which stands for By the Grace of God, Queen. On the reverse side, you'll see a beaver sitting on a rock, a well-known symbol of Canada's industrious spirit. It's a beautiful design, and despite its small size, this nickel has a lot of interesting history behind it. The story of the 5-cent coin in Canada dates back to 1858, but it wasn't until 1922 that the nickel version we know today came into circulation. The design hasn't changed much since, with the beaver motif being introduced in 1937. By the time we get to the 1980 edition, the coin had already established itself as a staple of Canadian currency, and Queen Elizabeth II had been on the throne for nearly 3 decades. But here's where things get interesting. The 1980 Canadian nickel was minted during a time when coins were transitioning in terms of composition. Earlier versions of the 5-cent coin were made of pure nickel, but due to rising metal costs, later versions were made with a 75% copper and 25% nickel mix. This makes the 1980 nickel somewhat of a crossover between the older, pure nickel coins and the more modern, less valuable compositions. So, what's the deal with the claim that these coins are worth millions? Well, that's where things get a little murky. A typical 1980 Canadian nickel in circulated condition is only worth around face value, about 5 cents. However, if you have a coin in uncirculated condition or, even better, a proof coin minted for collectors, you could be looking at a higher value. Depending on its grade, a 1980 nickel in mint state MS condition might fetch between $0.25 to $3 at auction. But we've seen cases where certain rare varieties or errors on coins can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. These errors might include things like die cracks, double strikes, or off-center prints. If your 1980 nickel happens to have one of these rare errors, its value could skyrocket. So where does this $55 million figure come from? Well, it's important to clear up some of the myths circulating online. There have been stories of rare coins, particularly ones with errors or in pristine condition, selling for huge sums of money. While it's true that rare coins can sometimes fetch jaw-dropping amounts, the reality is, a standard 1980 Canadian nickel is not going to be worth $55 million. The confusion often comes from listings on auction sites where sellers list coins for astronomical prices in the hopes of attracting attention. Always be cautious with these claims and make sure to have your coins professionally appraised if you think you have something valuable. As of 2024, the market for 1980 Canadian nickels remains relatively stable. As I mentioned earlier, typical circulated coins will only be worth their face value of 5 cents. However, if you have a coin in mint condition, especially one graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC, its value could rise to $2 to $10 depending on demand. Keep an eye out for coins with error varieties. Those could push the value into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars, but definitely not millions. So, what should you do if you think your 1980 nickel is worth more than face value? First, closely examine the coin for any errors or unusual features. Look for things like double strikes, misprints, or off-center designs. If your coin looks special, consider getting it graded by a professional service. Grading companies will assign your coin a grade based on its condition, which could significantly affect its value in the market. In conclusion, while it's fun to dream about finding a coin worth millions, the reality is, your 1980 Canadian 5-cent coin is probably worth somewhere between face value and a few dollars. However, that doesn't make it any less interesting. These coins are a part of Canada's rich numismatic history, and who knows, you might just find a rare gem in your collection that's worth a lot more. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights into the fascinating world of coin collecting. See you next time. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments, what's the most valuable coin in your collection? And don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss an update. My dear fellows and coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving into one of the most iconic and potentially valuable coins of Canadian history, the 1971 Canadian 1-cent coin, featuring the image of Queen Elizabeth II. Can you believe that this humble penny could be worth an astonishing $71 million? Yes, you heard that right. In this video, we'll explore the history, design, and rarity of the 1971 Elizabeth II penny and uncover how this seemingly ordinary coin could be worth a fortune. Let's jump right in. Before we dive into the details of the 1971 Elizabeth II penny, let's take a step back and look at the fascinating history of the Canadian penny ***. The Canadian penny, also known as the 1-cent coin, has a rich history dating back to 1858, when the first penny was minted in Canada. Over the years, the design of the penny has changed, but it has always been a symbol of Canadian currency and national pride. From George VI to Queen Elizabeth II, Canadian pennies have featured the reigning monarch on the obverse, front, of the coin, while the reverse, back, traditionally depicts iconic Canadian imagery. The 1-cent coin became a staple in Canadian pocket change, used by generations for everyday purchases. But like all coins, the value of certain pennies, such as the 1971 version, has grown due to rarity, condition, and collector demand. Let's take a closer look at the 1971 Canadian penny. On the obverse, we have the regal portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, facing right. This design, introduced in 1965, was created by British sculptor Arnold Mackin and was used on Canadian coins for several decades. It portrays a youthful Queen Elizabeth, symbolizing her role as the head of state for the Commonwealth nations, including Canada. Surrounding the portrait, you'll see the inscription Elizabeth II DG Regina, which stands for Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen. This Latin phrase reflects the Queen's formal title and her sovereignty over Canada. Now, let's flip to the reverse of the coin. Here, you'll find an iconic Canadian symbol, the maple leaf. This reverse design has been in use since 1937 and was crafted by renowned engraver G.E. Kruger Gray. The maple leaf is a powerful emblem of Canada's national identity and has been featured on the country's coins for decades. So, what makes the 1971 Elizabeth II penny so valuable? How could a simple penny be worth $71 million? Well, there are several factors that contribute to the potential worth of this penny, and today, we're going to break them down. 1. Rarity and minting numbers. While the 1971 penny was minted in large quantities, the quality and rarity of surviving examples in top condition play a critical role in its value. Many of these pennies were circulated, meaning they suffered from wear and tear. Finding a 1971 penny in pristine, uncirculated condition is incredibly rare, and this is what collectors are after. Point 2. Minting errors. Coins with minting errors are like hidden treasures for collectors. These errors can include things like double die obverse asterisk, a mistake during the minting process that causes certain parts of the coin's design to appear doubled. If a 1971 penny has this kind of error, it could be worth an extraordinary amount. Off-center strikes asterisk asterisk. When the coin isn't struck correctly and the design is off-center, it becomes a collectible piece. The more extreme the error, the higher the value. Clipped planchets asterisk asterisk. This occurs when part of the metal blank used to make the coin is missing, resulting in an incomplete penny. Point 3. Condition and grading. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with MS 70, mint state, being a perfect, uncirculated coin with no flaws. The 1971 penny in MS 65 or higher is incredibly rare, which makes it highly desirable to collectors. The value of the penny increases exponentially with higher grades. Point 4. Historical significance. 1971 marked an important year in the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, as she continued to solidify her role as a global figure. Coins from this era, especially those in excellent condition, carry historical significance, which can add to their value. Point 5. Collector demand. The demand for Canadian coins has surged in recent years, particularly for older pennies featuring Queen Elizabeth II. As collectors from around the world seek out these rare coins, the value rises. This demand, combined with the rarity of the 1971 penny in mint condition, is what drives the price up to astronomical levels. Now, let's get to the big question: $71 million. Can a 1971 Canadian penny really be worth that much? It may sound unbelievable, but rare coins have fetched unimaginable prices at auction before. For instance, in 2010, a 1794 flowing hair silver dollar sold for over $10 million, and more recently, in 2021, a rare 1933 double eagle gold coin asterisk asterisk sold for nearly $19 million. Coins with minting errors, unique characteristics, and flawless condition can command huge prices in the market. And if a 1971 penny with a significant error or in perfect mint condition were to surface, it could absolutely reach the $71 million mark, making it one of the most valuable coins in the world. While it's unlikely for most 1971 pennies to reach such astronomical prices, rare examples, particularly those with minting errors or special characteristics asterisk asterisk, could command millions of dollars in today's market. So, what should you do if you happen to find a 1971 Canadian penny in your collection? Here's a quick guide. 1. Inspect for minting errors. Look closely at your penny for any signs of minting errors like a double die, off-center strike, or clipped planchet. Even small errors can drastically increase a penny's value. 2. Check the condition. Is your penny in mint condition? The cleaner and more pristine the coin, the more valuable it could be. Look for any signs of wear or damage. A penny in uncirculated condition is far more valuable than one that has been heavily used. 3. Get it graded. If you think your 1971 penny is in excellent condition or has a unique error, it's worth getting it professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC. They will give you a detailed evaluation of your coin's condition and potential worth. 4. Consult with a coin dealer. Take your penny to a trusted coin dealer or attend a coin show to get a second opinion. Dealers can help you understand the market value of your coin and whether it's worth putting up for auction. Did you know that the humble 2005 Canada 1 cent coin could potentially be worth an astounding $89 million? That's right. This tiny coin, often taken for granted, holds a history, value, and rarity that could make it one of the most sought-after collectibles in the world. In today's video, we're going to dive deep into the fascinating history, iconic design, collector demand, and the mystery surrounding the 2005 Elizabeth II DG Regina 1 cent coin from Canada. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just curious about the value of your spare change, you'll want to stick around for this one. Let's discover if you have a hidden treasure right in your pocket. The story of Canada's 1 cent coin goes back to 1858, when the first official penny was minted. The penny has long been a staple of Canadian currency, representing both the country's rich history and its commitment to detail and design. Over the decades, the Canadian penny has undergone numerous changes, both in its appearance and composition. In 2005, Canada was still producing the 1 cent coin, though discussions were beginning about phasing it out. This particular year, 2005, is significant because it's part of the final chapter of the Canadian penny's legacy, as the coin would eventually be discontinued in 2012. The phasing out of the penny increased the desirability and value of certain rare and collectible editions. The 2005 penny was minted during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, whose portrait has appeared on Canadian coins since 1953. This coin is part of the long tradition of coins honoring the Queen, making it both a historical artifact and a collector's item. But what makes this specific penny potentially worth $89 million? Let's find out. Let's take a closer look at the design of the 2005 1 cent coin, starting with the obverse. The obverse features a striking portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, a regal and dignified image that has graced Canadian coins for over half a century. Below the portrait, you'll see the inscription D.G. Regina, which stands for Dei Gratia Regina, meaning by the grace of God, Queen. This phrase has been a staple on Canadian coins for years, symbolizing both the monarchy's role in Canada and the country's historical ties to the British Crown. Queen Elizabeth II's likeness on this coin represents a moment in time, a symbol of stability and continuity in the ever-evolving world of Canadian currency. Turning to the reverse, we have the iconic maple leaf design. The maple leaf has been a powerful symbol of Canadian identity for centuries, and it was first used on the penny in 1937. The detailed artistry on the 2005 penny captures the elegance and beauty of Canada's national emblem, making it a timeless piece of art. But the beauty of this coin goes far beyond its design. In some rare cases, errors, unique minting characteristics, and the coin's overall condition have contributed to the soaring values we see today. Now, let's talk about the real reason you're here. Why could the 2005 Canada 1 cent be worth $89 million? It seems incredible, but there are a few key factors that can drive a coin's value into the stratosphere. 1. Rarity and minting errors. While millions of 2005 pennies were minted, not all of them were created equal. In fact, some coins have rare minting errors that can increase their value dramatically. Errors such as off-center strikes ***, where the coin was struck improperly and appears misaligned. Die cracks ***, which can cause lines or breaks in the design, making the coin unique. Double die errors ***, where the image or inscriptions appear double due to an error in the minting process. These kinds of mistakes can transform a common penny into an extremely rare collector's item. 2. High-grade condition. A coin's condition is crucial in determining its value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with mint state 70, MS 70, being a flawless, perfect coin. A 2005 penny in MS 67 or higher condition can be worth significantly more than a circulated penny with visible wear. Pristine, high-grade coins are rare, and the demand from collectors drives their value even higher. 3. Collector demand. The 2005 Canada 1 cent has been growing in popularity among collectors, particularly since the penny was officially discontinued in 2012. Collectors look for these coins as part of their pursuit to own a piece of history. Combine this with the prestige of owning a perfectly preserved coin or one with a unique error, and you have a recipe for a bidding war. In some cases, collectors and investors will pay astronomical prices for rare coins, and if a 2005 penny has all the right characteristics, error, high grade, and rarity, it's not inconceivable that its value could soar to $89 million. An important part of understanding the value of the 2005 penny is recognizing the significance of the Canadian penny's discontinuation. In 2012, the Royal Canadian Mint officially stopped producing pennies, citing the cost of production and the coin's diminishing use in everyday transactions. It may cost more than a penny to produce one, and with the rise of digital transactions, the penny became less useful. The government decided to phase it out, and by 2013, the penny was no longer accepted as legal tender in Canada. This decision marked the end of over 150 years of penny production, making the 2005 penny one of the final editions of the coin to be minted. For collectors, the end of the penny's production was significant. It transformed what was once a common coin into a collectible with historical importance, and as time passes, the rarity of these coins will only increase. So, can a 2005 Canada 1 cent really be worth $89 million? While it may sound far-fetched, the world of rare coins has shown us time and time again that anything is possible. Some coins have sold for mind-blowing sums at auction. In 2021, a rare 1933 Double Eagle gold coin sold for a staggering $18.9 million, while the 1794 Flowing Hair silver dollar fetched over $10 million. Though it's highly unlikely that a standard 2005 penny would hit those numbers, a perfectly preserved, rare era coin could bring in a fortune. Coins are often viewed as an investment, and as demand for high quality, rare coins continues to grow, so does their value. For the right buyer, the right penny, and at the right time, a $89 million price tag isn't entirely out of the question. Imagine finding a 1 cent coin worth a staggering $65 million. Yes, you heard that right. A tiny piece of copper in your pocket change could be worth more than a luxury mansion. In today's video, we'll dive deep into the story of the 2006 Canada 1 cent Elizabeth II DG Regina, exploring its history, design, and the incredible reasons why it could fetch millions at auction. Is this just a regular penny? Or could it be a hidden treasure that only a few lucky people own? Stick around as we reveal everything you need to know about this coin's immense value and market potential. The Canadian 1 cent coin has a storied history that dates back over 150 years. It was first introduced in 1858, just a few years before Canada officially became a confederation in 1867. Over the decades, the penny has gone through many changes, from design and materials to the figures it honors. The penny was not only a symbol of Canadian currency, but it was also a part of everyday life, something people use for small purchases and savings alike. But in 2012, after 154 years of circulation, Canada made the decision to phase out the 1 cent coin due to rising production costs and inflation. The decision marked the end of an era, making earlier pennies, especially those with unique characteristics, even more sought after by collectors. The 2006 Canadian 1 cent coin we're discussing today is part of the final era of Canadian pennies, minted just 6 years before the last batch was produced. While it may look like a simple penny, certain factors make it stand out and have the potential to make it worth millions. Let's take a closer look at the design of this 2006 Canadian penny. On the obverse front side of the coin, you'll see the familiar profile of Queen Elizabeth II, facing right. The inscription around her reads Elizabeth II DG Regina, which stands for Dei Gratia Regina, meaning **** by the grace of God, Queen. This phrase emphasizes the royal lineage and authority of the Queen over Canada and other Commonwealth realms. Queen Elizabeth II's portrait was updated several times throughout her reign, and the 2006 penny features a more mature depiction of her, capturing the grace and dignity she became known for in her later years. Now, let's flip to the reverse side, which features the iconic maple leaf design. The maple leaf has been the symbol of Canada for centuries and represents strength, unity, and endurance. The simple yet powerful design of the maple leaves has been on Canadian pennies since 1937, and this 2006 version carries on that tradition. With a coin like this, the design itself is an important part of its value, but what really takes the value to astronomical levels are the unique characteristics and rarities associated with specific versions of the coin. So, why is the 2006 penny in particular such a valuable piece? Now you might be wondering, how can a simple penny from 2006 be worth a jaw-dropping $65 million? There are several reasons, But let's break it down into the main factors that can drive up the value of this 1-cent coin. 1. Minting errors and variations. One of the most significant factors that could make a 2006 penny worth millions is minting errors or variations. These errors happen during the production process and can make a coin incredibly rare. For example, double die errors ***. This happens when the coin's design is accidentally stamped twice, causing a visible doubling effect on parts of the coin, such as the queen's profile or the year of minting. Off-center strikes ***. When a coin is struck off-center, it creates a unique and rare misprint that collectors go crazy for. Planchet errors ***. If there's an issue with the blank piece of metal planchet used to create the coin, it can lead to clipped edges or missing parts of the design. Any of these errors on a 2006 penny can drastically increase its value, and collectors are always on the lookout for these unique imperfections. Point 2. Condition and grading. A coin's condition is crucial in determining its value. The highest grade a coin can receive is MS70, mint state, meaning the coin is in perfect, uncirculated condition with no signs of wear. Even slight imperfections can lower a coin's grade and consequently its value. If you have a 2006 penny in pristine condition, graded MS65 or higher, it could be worth a fortune, especially if it's coupled with rare minting errors. Point 3. Copper composition and the end of an era. One of the reasons earlier Canadian pennies are more valuable is because they were made of higher copper content. The 2006 penny was minted during a time when Canada was transitioning from a mostly copper composition to coins that included more steel and zinc. The 2006 penny contains 94% steel, 1.5% nickel, and only 4.5% copper plating, making it one of the last pennies to feature copper in its composition. This shift in materials makes earlier pennies more sought after by collectors, and the 2006 penny is part of that critical transition period. Point 4. Collector demand and market trends. The value of any coin is determined largely by collector demand. Coins like the 2006 Canadian penny that are no longer in circulation naturally become more valuable over time, as collectors seek to complete their sets or acquire rare versions. As the demand for rare Canadian coins rises, so too does their market value. Currently, the coin market has seen a surge in interest for mint-condition pennies with errors, driving up prices even further. Combine these factors together, and it's clear why the 2006 penny could fetch millions at auction. Now, let's talk about that jaw-dropping number, $65 million ***. Can a 2006 Canadian penny really be worth that much? While it's incredibly rare for modern coins to hit such high figures, the right combination of rarity, condition, errors ***, and demand can make it possible. Consider this: in the world of rare coins, unexpected high-value sales have occurred many times before. For example, the 1913 Liberty Head nickel was sold for $3.7 million. The 1794 flowing hair silver dollar reached over $10 million at auction. A 1943 bronze Lincoln cent sold for $1.7 million. With that in mind, it's not impossible to imagine that a perfectly preserved, rare mint era 2006 penny could one day fetch an extraordinary price. A penny with significant historical value, combined with the right market conditions, could achieve heights never before imagined in the coin world. So, how can you find out if you have one of these potentially $65 million pennies? Here's what you should do. 1. Inspect for errors. Start by taking a close look at your 2006 penny for any minting errors. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to check for things like double die errors, off-center strikes. Dear coin collectors, enthusiasts, and treasure hunters, today, we're diving deep into the world of Canadian coinage and uncovering the secrets behind one of the most fascinating and possibly valuable coins out there, the 2008 Canadian penny featuring Queen Elizabeth II. Could this humble 1-cent coin be worth a staggering $70 million? You might want to check your pocket change after watching this video. We'll explore its history, design, and how a seemingly common coin can potentially become a treasure worth millions. Let's break it all down. First, let's take a look at the history of the Canadian penny. Introduced in 1858, the penny was a crucial part of Canadian currency for over 150 years. The design has changed many times over the years, reflecting different monarchs and designs as the country grew and evolved. The 2008 Canadian penny, featuring Queen Elizabeth II, is one of the last pennies ever minted in Canada. That's because, in 2012, Canada officially discontinued the penny due to rising costs in production and the declining value of the coin. The penny was no longer practical to produce, making the 2008 version one of the final chapters in its long and storied history. The 2008 penny is not just a piece of history but also a symbol of an era coming to a close. Its importance in Canadian culture and currency makes it even more significant to collectors around the world. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of this 2008 penny. On the obverse, that's the front, you'll find a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by artist Susanna Blunt. This is a more modern portrayal of the Queen, without the crown, giving her a relatable and approachable look. Surrounding her image are the words Elizabeth II DG Regina. For those wondering, D.G. Regina stands for *** Dei Grazia Regina, ***, which is Latin for by the grace of God Queen. It's a reminder of the monarch's divine right to rule. On the reverse side, you'll see the iconic image of two maple leaves on a twig. The maple leaf has been a symbol of Canadian pride and identity for centuries, appearing on the country's flag and coins. The 2008 penny's reverse design, created by G.E. Kruger Gray, has remained largely unchanged since it was introduced in 1937. The maple leaf represents Canada's natural beauty, resilience, and its connection to the land. So, what makes the 2008 Canadian penny stand out from other coins? After all, millions of pennies were minted over the years. But here's the catch. The 2008 penny was minted in relatively small numbers compared to other years, and with the Canadian government's decision to phase out the penny just a few years later, collectors have started to recognize its significance. The 2008 edition is one of the final years of the penny's production, which automatically increases its rarity. Fewer pennies were kept in circulation, as many were withdrawn by the government after the discontinuation. This combination of low mint numbers, historical importance, and end-of-era symbolism makes the 2008 penny particularly attractive to collectors. Now, let's talk about the big question on everyone's mind. Could the 2008 Canadian penny really be worth $70 million? At first glance, that might sound impossible, but let me explain how a penny could reach such a massive valuation. Several factors could lead to a coin skyrocketing in value. 1. Minting errors. Coins with minting errors are some of the most sought-after items by collectors. A 2008 penny with a significant error like a double die strike, off-center minting, or planchet error, could be extremely rare. The rarer the error, the higher the potential value. 2. High-grade condition. As with all collectible coins, condition plays a crucial role in determining value. Coins graded at MS67 or higher mint state are rare and can command sky-high prices. If a 2008 penny were found in perfect condition with a rare mint error, its value could soar into the millions. 3. Collector demand. There's also the matter of demand. As the last pennies minted in Canadian history, these coins hold historical importance. Combine that with the rising popularity of coin collecting, and the demand for rare pennies like the 2008 edition could explode, leading to a potential valuation of millions. Are you wondering if you might have a valuable 2008 penny hiding in your pocket or coin collection? Here's how you can find out if your penny is worth big money. 1. Check for minting errors. Use a magnifying glass or coin loupe to carefully inspect your penny for minting errors. Look for any signs of a double die strike, where the lettering or image appears doubled, or other unusual flaws that could make the coin unique. 2. Evaluate the condition. Condition is key. Check for signs of wear, scratches, or blemishes. The less damage, the higher the potential value. Coins in mint state condition, meaning they've never been in circulation and are in perfect condition, can fetch significant sums. 3. Get a professional appraisal. If you believe your 2008 penny might be valuable, the best next step is to get it professionally appraised by a coin expert or grading service. Organizations like PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service or NGC Numismatic Guarantee Corporation can give you a certified grade, which will help determine its value. The 2008 Canadian penny holds a special place in the hearts of collectors. As one of the last pennies ever minted in Canada, it's not just a piece of currency but a part of Canadian history. It's a link to the past, a tangible reminder of a coin that has been phased out but is still cherished by many. While the idea of a $70 million penny may sound far-fetched, the reality is that rare coins have sold for jaw-dropping sums. As we've seen with other rare coins, such as the 1933 Double Eagle that sold for over $18 million, and the 1943 copper penny that fetched $1.7 million, the world of coin collecting is full of surprises. Who knows? Maybe the next record-breaking coin could be hiding in your collection right now. If the right conditions, like rarity, errors, and perfect mint state, align, a 2008 Canadian penny could become the treasure of a lifetime. My dear fellows, today we discussed the most common coins can turn out to be hidden treasures. We're unlocking the mysteries of one such coin, the 2009 Canadian 1-cent coin, featuring Queen Elizabeth II. Believe it or not, this humble penny has captured the attention of collectors and enthusiasts alike, with rumors of its market value skyrocketing up to a jaw-dropping $64 million. Is this possible? Why would a simple 1-cent coin be worth such a fortune? Buckle up as we explore the history, design, and collector's demand behind this extraordinary piece of Canadian currency. Could you have one of these gems hiding in your change jar? Let's find out. To truly appreciate the 2009 Canadian 1-cent coin, we must first take a look at the rich history of the Canadian penny. The Canadian 1-cent coin was first introduced in 1858, when Canada was still a British colony. For more than a century, these coins were used in everyday transactions across the country. However, 2009 marked an important year in the long legacy of the Canadian penny, as it was one of the last years before the penny was completely discontinued in 2012. By this time, the penny had become a burden on the economy, costing more to produce than it was worth. But before it disappeared, the 2009 penny made its mark as one of the final symbols of the Elizabeth II era in Canadian currency. And this is where it gets interesting. Rare variations, minting errors, and historical significance have made this particular coin highly valuable to collectors worldwide. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 2009 Canadian 1-cent coin. On the obverse front, we see a detailed portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by the renowned artist Susanna Blunt. This portrait has been featured on all Canadian coins since 2003, but the 2009 version holds a special place in collectors' hearts because of its historical timing, being one of the last coins minted before the penny was phased out. The words Elizabeth II DG Regina are inscribed around the Queen's portrait. The letters **D.G* ** for De Grazia, which is Latin for ** by the grace of God **, while ** Regina ** means Queen. This regal inscription highlights the Queen's status as the constitutional monarch of Canada, linking the coin to the broader history of the British Commonwealth. On the reverse back, we have the iconic maple leaf, a symbol of Canada's national identity. The simple yet elegant maple twig with 2 leaves has been the design on Canadian pennies since 1937, and this 2009 version continued the tradition. But the real value of this penny comes from what lies beyond its standard appearance. So, why could this 2009 1-cent coin be worth an unbelievable $64 million? The truth lies in a combination of factors that can make any seemingly ordinary coin become a collector's treasure. Let's break it down. 1. Scarcity and discontinuation. As mentioned earlier, the Canadian government officially discontinued the penny in 2012. By 2009, penny production was already slowing down, which makes pennies from this year rarer than coins from previous decades. The scarcity of the 2009 penny combined with its historical significance as one of the last batches before the penny's retirement has made it particularly valuable among collectors. 2. Minting errors. Collectors and numismatists are always on the hunt for rare minting errors that could make a penny worth thousands, if not millions. Possible minting errors for the 2009 penny could include double die errors. ****. A double die error occurs when the die that strikes the coin is misaligned, causing certain features like the date or portrait to appear doubled. This error can significantly boost the value of a coin. Off-center strikes ****. If the coin is struck off-center, leaving part of the design missing, it could be considered a valuable minting error. Planchet errors ****. This refers to errors involving the blank piece of metal, or planchet, that becomes the coin. Defects in the planchet can also increase a coin's value dramatically. 3. High-grade condition. Condition is key in determining a coin's value. A 2009 penny that has never been circulated and remains in mint state, especially if graded as MS65 or higher, can fetch a premium price. Even small flaws in the coin's surface can affect its value, so coins in pristine condition are especially prized by collectors. 4. Collector demand and historical significance. The historical significance of the 2009 penny as one of the last minted before the end of penny production in Canada has led to a surge in demand from collectors. As more people look to preserve a piece of Canadian history, the value of this coin has skyrocketed. Combine this with potential rarity, high-grade condition, and mint errors, and you have a coin that could, under the right circumstances, be worth millions. The big question: can a 2009 Canadian 1-cent coin really be worth $64 million? While it may seem unbelievable, there have been numerous cases where rare and unique coins have fetched astronomical prices at auction. Let's take a moment to remember some of the most valuable coins ever sold. The 1936 Canadian cent, one of the rarest Canadian coins in existence, sold for over $400,000 in the US. The famous 1794 flowing hair silver dollar sold for more than $10 million in 2013. And who could forget the 1933 double eagle, which sold for an eye-watering $18.9 million in 2021, while number 2009 penny has reached these heights just yet. A perfect combination of rarity, condition, and collector demand could one day send the value of a high-grade 2009 penny with unique features soaring to such levels. While it may not be typical, the allure of the unknown and the potential for such a discovery keeps collectors excited. So, what should you do if you find a 2009 Canadian penny in your collection? Here's a quick guide to make sure you don't miss out on any hidden value. 1. Check for minting errors. Take a close look at your penny for any visible errors. Use a magnifying glass to carefully inspect both the obverse and reverse. Look for anything out of the ordinary, such as double strikes, off-center features, or planchet defects. Point 2. Assess the condition. The value of your coin is highly dependent on its condition. If your penny appears to be in uncirculated or mint condition, it could be worth significantly more. Coins graded mint state MS65 or higher are particularly sought after by collectors. Point 3. Get it graded if you think. Get ready, coin collectors and history buffs, because today we're exploring one of Canada's most intriguing coins, the 2003 Canadian 1 cent, featuring the iconic image of Queen Elizabeth II. Could this seemingly ordinary penny be worth an incredible $99 million? You'd better believe it! In this video, we'll take you on an exciting journey through the history and design of this coin, explaining what makes it potentially so valuable today. Stay tuned, because if you've got a 2003 penny lying around, you might just be sitting on a fortune. The Canadian 1 cent coin, also known simply as the penny, has a long and storied history. First introduced in 1858, the penny was part of Canada's colonial currency. Over the years, the design of the penny has evolved, featuring a variety of monarchs, animals, and symbols of Canadian identity. But despite its humble denomination, the penny has played a vital role in the country's economy and culture. Now, let's fast forward to the 2003 Canadian penny, which marked a significant era in modern Canadian coinage. At first glance, it might seem like just another penny, but its design and composition, combined with rare errors, have made certain 2003 pennies extremely valuable to collectors today. The obverse front of the 2003 Canadian 1 cent coin proudly features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, Canada's longest-reigning monarch. This design was created by Dora de Petrie-Hunt, a famous Canadian artist, and it represents a pivotal moment in Canadian coin history. Her depiction of Queen Elizabeth II was introduced on Canadian coins in 1990, and it has remained a beloved symbol of continuity and tradition ever since. Alongside the Queen's portrait, you'll find the inscriptions Elizabeth II, D.G. Regina, which translates to *** Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen. ***. These words highlight Canada's enduring connection to the British monarchy and the symbolic importance of the Queen on Canadian currency. What makes the 2003 penny particularly special is the combination of modern minting technology and traditional royal iconography. The Queen's image represents authority and grace, while the simplicity of the penny design appeals to everyday use. But there's so much more to this coin than meets the eye. Flipping the coin to the reverse side, we see a design that every Canadian is familiar with: the maple leaves. The two crossed maple leaves have been featured on the reverse of Canadian pennies since 1937, designed by Canadian artist G.E. Kruger Gray. The maple leaf is an enduring symbol of Canada, representing the country's vast forests, its natural beauty, and national pride. But in the case of the 2003 penny, this iconic design carries even more weight, as it would be one of the last years before the Canadian Mint stopped producing the 1 cent coin altogether. That's right. By 2012, Canada had decided to phase out the penny due to rising costs of production and the fact that inflation had eroded its purchasing power. This gives the 2003 penny a sort of historical significance, representing the final decade of Canada's iconic 1 cent coin. Collectors are eager to get their hands on these pennies, and rare varieties can fetch top-dollar prices. Now, let's get to the part you've been waiting for. What makes a 2003 Canadian 1 cent coin worth an eye-popping $99 million? Well, there are several factors that contribute to a coin's value, and the 2003 penny is no exception. Let's break down the key reasons why this particular coin has skyrocketed in value. 1. Minting errors. One of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting is finding minting errors. These errors can make a common coin incredibly rare and valuable. For the 2003 penny, collectors have discovered a few rare types of minting errors, such as die cracks ***, small cracks that appear on the coin's surface due to defects in the dies used to strike the coin. Off-center strikes ***, when the coin is struck off-center, creating a misaligned image. The more severe the error, the more valuable the coin. Doubled dies ***, a rare phenomenon where parts of the design appear doubled. This is one of the most sought-after types of minting errors, as it greatly increases the coin's value. Point 2. High-grade condition. Condition is everything in the world of coin collecting. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with mint state 70 ms 70 being a flawless, uncirculated coin. A 2003 penny in mint state condition, especially in the higher grades of ms 65 or above, can fetch a premium price. High-grade coins are rare because most pennies get circulated and damaged over time. Point 3. Rarity and demand. The rarity of a coin plays a huge role in its value. While millions of 2003 pennies were minted, very few remain in excellent condition, especially with unique errors or high grades. And with collector demand for Canadian pennies rising, particularly for ones featuring Queen Elizabeth II, prices have soared. So, can a 2003 Canadian penny really be worth an astounding $99 million? It might sound impossible, but there are historical precedents that show how rare coins can achieve staggering values at auction. For instance, rare coins like the 1936 Canadian penny and the 1911 Canadian silver dollar have sold for millions. While the 2003 penny hasn't reached that level yet, if a specimen with the right combination of rarity, errors, and condition comes to light, it could easily break records and fetch an unimaginable price. The world of coin collecting is filled with surprises, and every year, rare coins turn up that were previously overlooked. Could the next $99 million penny be hiding in your change jar? Only time will tell. If you have a 2003 Canadian penny, there are a few steps you should take to determine if it's worth big money. 1. Check for errors. Inspect your coin carefully under a magnifying glass. Look for doubling, off-center strikes, or die cracks. These errors can significantly increase the coin's value. Point 2. Evaluate its condition. The better the condition of your penny, the higher its value. If your penny looks shiny and new without visible wear, it might be in mint state condition, which is highly desirable to collectors. Point 3. Get your coin graded. If you think your penny might be valuable, consider getting it professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC. They will evaluate your coin's condition and certify its grade, which can help you get a more accurate estimate of its value. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the 2003 1-cent Canada Elizabeth coin. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more coin collecting insights. Do you have any 2003 Canadian in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. Happy collecting!